Learning about all the ins and outs of ESPN auction drafts can help give you the advantage you need to win your auction league. Let's go over 6 auction draft secrets. Number 1. Creating and using your own player values in ESPN auction drafts. While ESPN does provide auction values, they aren't the greatest. So I decided to fix this problem. If you click the link in the description, you'll be able to view, download, and edit my 2025 Auction Advantage cheat sheet. This cheat sheet will provide you with my player rankings and values for this season. If you want to put in your own values, simply download a copy and you can put them in yourself. It also includes an ESPN value tracker to use before the start of your season. To put these values into your ESPN auction drafts, all you need to do is follow these steps. Look up the ESPN mock draft and join the mock draft lobby. Once you've found a mock draft that's similar to your league, such as PPR and size, click on it and make sure to join the league. While here, you need to return back to the draft waiting room, and in the blue button you can see Edit Pre-Draft Rankings. We click on that, and here it will show all the values that you will typically see in an auction draft. Here, you can change the values for every player in your ESPN auction draft. I recommend opening up the 2025 Auction Advantage cheat sheet and putting the values from there into here. Now, you have to make sure to remember to click the Save button, or else none of this will save and you have to do it all over again. Congratulations, you have just updated your 2025 player average auction values. The next secret is how to find the real ESPN player values, or AAV. AAV is the average auction value, which basically means how much a player goes for on average. Someone new to fantasy auction drafts might just look up ESPN Fantasy ADP to see what these average values are. When you're brought to the ESPN Live Draft Trends page, you will see on the right the average salary column. These numbers are not their true average salary auction. I do not know where they get these values from, but they are not correct. The only way to find the correct auction values other than my cheat sheet is in a mock draft at the prices right next to the players' names. The next secret is how the waiver wire order is determined. Now, disregard this if your league uses a FOB or auction-based waiver wire. The waiver wire is decided by this. Whoever has the most money left over gets first dibs, and the tiebreaker is whoever filled their roster quicker. Now, why is this important? Post Week 1 waiver wire is the most important one of the season. Here are some post Week 1 waiver ads from the past 2 years. Baker Mayfield, who finished as the QB5, and his teammate, Bucky Irving, who finishes the running back 15. Jordan Mason was the running back 24 before CMC returned in Week 10. In 2023, who can forget about Puka Nacua? Finished as the wide receiver 4. Also, his teammate, Kyren Williams, finishes the RB7. On top of that, 2023, Jaden Reed finished as the wide receiver 25. Avoid spending money just to spend the rest of your money. Some leftover is okay. The next auction draft secret that many people don't know about is that you can start bids at more than $1. When it is your turn to nominate a player, select the player you want, and before clicking nominate, in the top right, you can put in the specific offer you want the price to start at. This is good to use at the end of your draft when, for example, there's a player that you want and another person has a max bid of $1, you have a max bid of $3. You can nominate their price at $2. The next secret is turning on max bids in your draft. To do this, simply click on the Budgets tab in the center of your screen. Here, you can select the maximum offers, and the values at the top will change the maximum offer that person can make. You can also change back to remaining budgets, which can be a lot easier. This is also good to use later in your drafts when budgets get more tight and people have less money to spend. The last auction draft secret is how to track players' prices and team spending during your draft. Tracking player prices live during your draft is key to understanding how your draft will play out. On the right-hand side of your screen, you will see the live feed of players' prices. You can also click on the board in the center of your screen to see a roster type view, and you can also see the offer view to see the top offers for each team in your league. You can also see the draft summary, which will show in chunks the 12 most expensive players that went in your draft. Sometimes if you click out of your draft, when you come back, the pick side on the right-hand side of your screen will be gone. This is other ways to see those prices. If you know any other auction seekers, feel free to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear them. Once again, my 2025 auction draft guide is in the description. Until the next time, peace.